high tire goes over the deer, and you know a van doesn't sit very well anyway, and it just stop it. So anyway, we never even saw a tail light deer or anything. I mean, there was no clue that there was something going to be right on the road. So he hits it, we hit it, and we're still on the road. I'm amazed. You know, I'm just like, we are still alive. And so Jacob goes, Mom, that makes 3 times God saved us. And I said, 3? And he says, yeah, the time I pulled across in front of Uncle Lester, back there when he tried to kill us with the french fries, and now the deer.
Yeah,
he's probably sitting up there going, yeah,
one move.
3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, but...
Well, good trying to defend David. I mean, the deer part.
You know, we have all the windows up and everything, and we pull into the garage, and we open the door, and I mean, because it just smelled like that musky.
It went right down the exhaust system. Blood dripping from the air conditioning water.
Garage floor.
That's great, man.
Thanks. I mean, it would look like the deer was still bleeding under there.
But it didn't hurt that.
All it did was bend the metal where the alternator, the bottom of the pulley was.
So it did bend something? You never told me it bent anything.
Well, it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't into anything. It just, otherwise it went under the protected part of the car.
But now when I park on an incline, you know, and I start to back up, it makes this funny little creaking noise.
It'll make, it did something with, I don't know, because if you turn it too tight, it'll make a noise too.
I was just amazed that that he didn't lose control for one thing, and or that we didn't just tip over. You know, just kind of.
Yeah. Especially if he cranked it that much.
Oh yeah, he really cranked it. Like, woo!
Hey, you're playing sloppy ball.
It didn't roll.
And I got home and so I was telling Ray about it. He says, "Oh, you never swerve." I said, "Ray, we couldn't have gone right over it, not the van."
No.
And I said, "What would you have told him to do? We had this long to think, and it's right there."
Yeah.
I've never seen one right in the middle of the road.
Thank goodness there wasn't another car coming in the other
I
direction.
know. And then Ray said, "Would you stop?" No. Was just glad we were still alive. Stop.
Remember that story Jordan told about hitting the deer's face and like stopping and putting his head out the window and yelling at it? It's like kind of walking around dazed on the road.
You know, I haven't heard this
that story either.
Did you tell this story secret?
We're coming up here from Manhattan, and this she was like, "Well, I'm gonna let you drive. Don't you hit any deer or anything." And I was like, "Oh, fine." She said, "Well, I'm just gonna go to sleep." I'm like, "All right, fine, go to sleep." And so we're driving along, and a deer jumps like this way, but I'm already past it, so I'm like, "Well, whatever." And he goes, "Whoa!" right into the side of the car. I was like, "What in the world?" And I stop and I roll down my window, and there's this deer just kind of like back and forth in the street. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And Chelsea wakes up and she's like, "What happened? What happened?" I was like, "A deer hit us." "We hit a deer?" "No, a deer hit us." "We hit a deer?"
No.
"No, a deer hit." She's like, "Where? Why are we stopped?" I was like, "It hit it. You yelled at a deer?" "Maybe." And so we get out and there's this bump on the side of her car, and she's like, "Oh!" I was like, "I know, we should sue the animal kingdom." And she goes,
Then break up.
Oh.
At Walmart because she said they were mean at Walmart.
They're abandoning their cars.
I'll tell you, there were people who must not have any money
It was like you'd
and
be
have
walking
kids
and
to
there'd be
buy
carts down the aisle and
presents
people would
for.
just throw their carts and then go running for the stuff. Like, it was crazy.
And I mean, it was kind of like, I am buying stuff for my kids, do not get in my way.
And people, there's these guys with
So
these
it's
huge
kind of like the
TVs.
Jingle All the Way movie.
Oh yeah, it was wild. So I just
So they shove their cart at you, or
But no, but I mean, you'd just be walking and aisles to the side would just be filled with carts.
Oh.
people had abandoned their carts to go run for whatever they were getting. You know.
The Puma is taking pictures of us. Why is that?
She's taking a video.
Oh.
Always.
And here comes this huge, I mean, huge snake, and he was as afraid of me as I was of him. Slither, slither,
Oh, I
slither
hate
to the tree
Slither.
as fast as he could go.
I hate Slither.
Go that way. I'm not doing anything with you. You know? It was just huge, though. I mean, it was really big.
Most snakes are what you said. They're more afraid of you than you are.
Yeah.
When her mother came to visit us,
Oh.
suddenly there was a grass snake in the house, and that's all she needed to see. But it went down the register. We don't know where it went. But it's gone. We haven't got it somewhere. No.
I walked in the house and my mother's taking a nap in the living room, and right in the next room in the kitchen, just going. And I look and there's a snake on the floor because he knew if my mother ever found out, she'd be for the airport, you know. Oh, he's going to go and try and catch it, and then it goes down the register, you know.
Oh, I would be.
Well, my dad didn't like things like that either. And we had them there, and they were there for a meal, and they were sitting at the table, and my dad was wearing slippers. And suddenly I see a mouse walk into the room. It goes right over his slipper. He didn't notice it.
We both saw it, and we both looked at each other.
So memories are made up, huh?
Yeah, memories are made up.
They were nice. They didn't tell him about it.
There we go.
We had said, Kathy, look at that mouse. Then we waited.
I'm still worried about the snake going down the register. And then Aaron that time and
Oh,
at
man.
the trailer, we were working and he got a rubber snake. And he's always bad about stuff like right by the chair. And I had been going in and out, and I looked down, and there was a snake. Oh.
If I remember right, that was
Just like
a
the
clock
time she
that
lost
looks
her
the
pants
wheel.
and fell, you know.
No, it was a
It was
rubber.
rubber? Okay.
She
Yeah.
doesn't think about anything. She just freaks.
You were on the ladder, and he makes me this beautiful backyard
pull
with
that thing down.
flowers
That'll
and
be
everything's
exciting.
so pretty. And there's never been a snake in our backyard. And so I was picking up dog poop. And he was up on the ladder, and there was a snake. I screamed, snake, 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 snake!
She comes across the yard on her toes. Like, you can imagine. And she,
And he's on the ladder not knowing what in the world is going on. Oh, and it had this bright yellow
it
straight
was just a
going down.
garter snake.
Yeah,
It was a garter snake.
I like her. Now, were you still around when we watched the snake go up the tree in our house and the cat was after it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we get that on video?
No.
We had to,
Yeah, we got it on video.
We tried to take
Oh,
pictures
did we?
of it. I don't think so.
And then I saw a hawk, and I was walking
Yeah, it
the
was. It was
dog, and this
amazing.
hawk had a snake hanging out of its